We are starting question number 17, students. Which wave will diffract the most when passing through a gap that is 0.85 wide? So now you can see the width of this gap from which the wave is passing is 0.85 wider. So the gap size is given 0.85 wide, and we have to determine, student, that which wave will diffract most. So now, students, what we will do, you can see the wave speed is given and the frequency is given. So we can determine the wavelength here. We can determine the wavelength to find that which wave will diffract most. So now we will solve for each option one by one. V is equals to F lambda. So now, students, wave speed is 300, frequency is 280 multiplied by lambda. So 300 divided by 280, what we will get, students? 300 divided by 280, what we are getting, everyone? 1.07. 1.07 is the wavelength of this wave. देखिए बेटा, if the wavelength will be greatest, so it means that it will give us most diffraction. So diffraction and depends upon the wavelength of a wave. If the wave will have a greater wavelength, so it will diffract most. All right. Now we will solve for the second option, option B. Again, we will use the formula V is equals to F lambda. So V is 300, frequency is 400 multiplied by wavelength. So 300 divided by 400. So its wavelength is smaller than the gap size, that is 0.75 meters. So this wave will diffract least. This wave will diffract least because its wavelength is smaller than the gap size. Now we will solve for option C and option D as well. All right, we will solve for option C and option D as well. So, okay, so well done, student. Students are saying for option C, we are getting the wavelength. What we are getting the wavelength, students? V is equals to F lambda, and V is 350. Frequency is 280. We have to find wavelength. So 350 divided by 280 is equals to lambda. So lambda is equals to 1.25. So that's a bigger value. So it means that the wavelength is greater here. Now we can solve for option D as well, students. So 350 divided by 400. So here I think we will get the smaller answer. What we are getting here, student, 350 divided by 400. What should be the value of wavelength in option D? 0.87. So now you can see for option C, we are getting the greatest wavelength. So greatest wavelength means greater diffraction. Okay, greatest wavelength means greatest diffraction. So C is the correct answer. All right, if the wavelength will be greatest, so it will give us most diffraction. All right, and if the wavelength is smaller, so it means it will give us less diffraction. So that's why beta C is the correct answer. Now I'm moving towards the next question, that is question number 18. Which arrow on the graph shows the amplitude of the wave? So amplitude means the height of a wave. Alright, amplitude means height of a wave, and height we will take from the x-axis, from the horizontal x-axis. So now you can see beta in option B, we are, this is the height of a wave, that is taking from the x-axis. So B is the correct answer. All right. Now let's move towards the next question. Question number 19. Which row describe a seismic S wave? So first of all, tell me, students, that S waves are transverse wave or longitudinal wave. S waves are called secondary waves as well. All right, student, S waves are called secondary waves as well, and these waves are transverse waves. Exactly, these waves are transverse waves. So answer can be C or answer can be D as well. And transverse waves are those waves in which vibration of particle and direction of propagation of wave are perpendicular to each other. So now you can see in option D, perpendicular to the direction of travel of the wavefront. So it means, the students, D is the correct answer. Vibration of particle is basically perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. So it means the students D is the correct answer. Excellent, everyone. So let's move towards the next question, that is question number 20. In question number 20, they are saying the image of an object is formed by a plane mirror. All right, which row gives the correct properties of the image? So image properties, I have discussed with you that there are 5 properties of the image. First of all, mirror form virtual images. All right, mirror form virtual images, because virtual images are those images which cannot be captured on the screen. So that's why answer can be C or D. Now the distance of the image from the mirror. So now suppose the students, if this is the mirror and the object is placed at, suppose that I'm taking a dummy value like 5 centimeter. If object is placed at 5 centimeter from the mirror, so image will be also formed at the same distance like at 5 centimeter from the mirror. So object distance from mirror is equals to image distance from mirror. So now you can see the same distance from the mirror as the object. So it means the students D is the correct option. Well done, everyone. D is the correct answer. Excellent. Now let's move towards the next question, that is question number 21. It's very easy. In question number 21, they are saying a ray of light traveling in air incident on an air glass boundary. The angle between the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the boundary are shown. Which equation is used to calculate the refractive index of the glass block? So now, student, we have to determine the refractive index of the glass. Oh, block is not mentioned. I have added. The refractive index formula is sine angle I divided by sine angle R. And angle I is the angle of incidence between the incident ray and normal. And angle R is the angle of refraction between the refracted ray and normal. So now, student, angle I is not given. So first we will determine the angle I, because the total angle of normal which is making with the boundary between the air and glass is 90 degree. So 90 minus 50. So angle I is basically 40 degree. And how we will determine the angle R, students? Angle R, obviously normal is making 90 degree angle with the boundary. So 90 minus 64, what we are getting, students? 90 minus 64, what we will get? 26 degree. So angle R is 26 degree. So now we will put the values in the formula. Sine I is sine 40 degree. Sine R is sine 26 degree. So well done, students. A is the correct answer. All right. This A is the correct answer. Sine 40 divided by sine 26. Okay. So remember, beta, angle I is always taken between the normal and the incident ray. And angle R is always taken between the normal and the refracted ray. Now let's have a look on the other question, that is question number 22. In question number 22, you can see a small object O is placed near a converging lens as shown. The lens form an image I. So now you can see this is the object O which is placed near a converging lens, and image is formed at the same site where the object is placed. Which statement is correct? Which statement is correct? So now they are saying the image I is diminished. But now you can see, student, how we can find whether the image I is diminished, because the object is a point, image is a point. So we are getting not the diminished image. Image I is inverted. No, beta, when the image is formed at the same side, so it means that we will get the upright image. Image is real. No. When we are getting the upright image, so it means that the image is virtual. So only correct option we can see here is D, that the object O is closer to the lens than its principal focus. So this is the only case in your beta lens cases when the object is placed very close to the lens, so the image is formed at the same side. This is the case of magnifying glass. So we will get the upright image, virtual image, and enlarged image. Not a diminished image, enlarged image, magnified image. All right, and this is only happen when the object is placed close to the lens, then its principal focus. So it means the students D is the correct answer. All right. Now, let's move towards the next question. Question number 20. What is the approximate speed of light in air? So, it's very easy, students, that the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. So, it means C is the correct answer. So, this question is very easy. Now let's have a look on question number 24. In question number 24, they are saying a ship sends an ultrasound pulse to the seabed to measure the depth of the sea. So now let me draw the diagram here for better understanding. This is the sea, all right, and this is the ship, all right, and what the ship is doing, ship needs to measure the distance between the ship and the seabed. So ship is sending the ultrasonic pulse. All right, the speed of the ultrasonic waves in water is 1500 meter per second. The pulse takes 4.6 seconds to travel to the seabed and back to the ship. All right, so basically, ship is sending the signal. So the signal is sending signal and receiving signal. Time duration is given 4.6 seconds. What is the depth of the sea? So basically, signal is covering the twice distance. For sending and receiving, signal is covering the twice distance. So we will use the formula of echo, reflection of sound, that the speed is equals to 2d upon t. So we have to find the d here. So we will make the d independent. So d is equals to speed multiplied by time divided by 2. So speed of sound wave in water is given, that is 1500. Time is given 4.6 seconds and divided by 2. So what answer we are getting, students? 1500 multiplied by 4.6 divided by 2. Exactly, beta, we are getting 3450 meter. 3450 meters. So if we will round it off, so we will get 3500 meter. So it means the student C is the correct answer. Is it clear to you, everyone? C is the correct answer. Now, let's have a look on question number 25. In question number 25, they are saying a dolphin has a range of audible frequencies 150 hertz to 150 kilohertz. Which range of frequencies can be heard by human with good hearing and by dolphins? So, देखिए बेटा, in this question, we have to identify the range of frequencies heard by the human and by dolphin as well. So, what is the human range of frequency which they can hear? That is from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So, what should be the right answer, students? Like 150 hertz we can hear, to 20 hertz we can hear, but dolphins cannot hear, so A or B cannot be a right answer. C cannot be right answer as well, because 20 hertz dolphin cannot hear, as the dolphin starting frequency is from 150 hertz. So 150 hertz to 20 kilohertz, so dolphin can listen this frequency and the human can also listen this frequency. So it means the students D is the correct answer. All right. So is it clear to you, students? So inshallah, remaining question we will discuss in the next class.